Arabic Grammar, Level 1, Lesson 8. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. All praises for Allah, the Lord of the worlds, and peace and blessings be upon the seal of the prophets and messengers, our Prophet Muhammad, and upon his family and companions, and all those who follow them in righteousness until the day of recompense. Insha'Allah, in this lesson we'll cover the negative past tense verbs, when to use attached subject pronouns, verb subject correspondence, and colours. Nafyul fi'alil madi, negation of the past tense verb. We have previously learnt some past tense verbs such as ذهب, he went, and فتح, he opened. To negate these sentences, we add ما and نافية before the verb. So we will say ما ذهب, he did not go, and ما فتح, he did not open. When to use attached subject pronouns. Attached subject pronouns are used in Arabic sentences when there is no explicit noun referring to the subject after the verb. For example, if we said دخل صالح ولكن ما جلس, Salih entered, but he didn't sit. Here, there are two verbal sentences. In red, دخل صالح, Salih entered. The first verbal sentence has an explicit noun in the position of the subject after the verb, so there is no pronoun attached, or assumed in this case, to the verb. دخل صالح. The second verbal sentence, however, has no noun mentioned after the verb. Therefore, a pronoun is attached, or in this case, assumed. Let us take a look at an example of a plural subject. دخل صالح وأحمد وإبراهيم ولكن ما جلسوا. Salih, Ahmed, and Ibrahim entered, but they didn't sit. The first verbal sentence has an explicit noun in the position of the subject after the verb, so there is no pronoun attached to the verb. دخل. The second verbal sentence, however, has no noun mentioned after the verb. Therefore, a pronoun is attached to the verb. ما جلسوا. Verb subject correspondence. Although the verb may not have an attached pronoun, it will correspond to the gender in the case of third person references. This is evident when referring to feminine subjects. For example, دخلت مريم ولكن ما جلست. Maryam entered, but she didn't sit. Again, the first verbal sentence has an explicit noun in the position of the subject after the verb, so there is no pronoun attached, or assumed in this case, to the verb. And again, the second verbal sentence has no noun mentioned after the verb, so a pronoun is attached, or in this case, assumed. ما جلست. Let us take a look at the verb subject correspondence in a chart. You will note in all of the instances where the subject is mentioned after the verb is in the singular, but corresponding to the gender of the subject. With regard to the first and second person verbs, the pronoun will always be attached, as there is no need to mention the subjects, as they are known due to the context of the situation. The explicit noun may sometimes be mentioned, such as for emphasis. Alwan. Words describing colours, or what is associated to colours, may be nouns or verbs when becoming a colour. The following chart gives a list of some common colours used in Arabic. Colours. التدريب. التدريب الأول. Change the following past tense verbs into the negative form. التدريب الثاني. Change the following verbs into negative with the first and second person pronouns attached. التدريب الثالث. Change the following verbs into negative with the third person pronouns. التدريب الرابع. Complete the chart for the attached pronouns for the past tense verbs for ما سأل. التدريب الخامس. Translate the following sentences. التدريب السادس. Translate the following into Arabic. Alhamdulillah, in this lesson we have covered the negation of the past tense verbs, looked at when and how to use attached pronouns, and basic colours. In the next lesson we will give an introduction to grammatical inflection, inshaAllah. May Allah make your journey to learning Arabic easy and give you meaning and pleasure in your prayer. Ameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. How perfect you are, O Allah, and I praise you. I bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped but you. I seek your forgiveness and turn to you in repentance.